you answer.
DTM Allen Paul, speaking about Toastmaster Distinguished DTM. DTM award represents the highest level of educational achievement of Toastmasters. Timer, kindly note for his workshop will only for 10 minutes. So you can give him red for 8, 9 for yellow, and 10 for red. Thank you. And over to you, DTM Allen Paul. Before giving to him, so he's a senior IT consultant at CyberMac Information System, joined Toastmasters in 2017, and he became fastest way distinguished Toastmasters. So it's our inspirational Toastmaster. Over to you, Toastmaster DTM Allen Paul.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for that warm welcome. I can already see a lot of distinguished Toastmasters over here, well-known big shots like DTM Khalid and DTM Ahmed Rizvi. So I don't know if I can provide anything more than the knowledge that they have. But yes, I will be talking about getting your Distinguished Toastmaster Award in pathways. Now, I have to tell you this. I'm already feeling very comfortable sitting with you guys because, you know, it's a tech crowd, right? And that is one of the reasons why I had also joined Toastmasters. You know, whenever we do any presentations, there are times when we use some technical terms that the business will not be able to understand, right? I believe many of you will be able to relate to this. Most of the time, they won't be able to understand these things. So the reason for me joining Toastmasters is so that I can connect well with the business, or with the audience, or with any person in general. So I joined Toastmasters back in 2017. But the journey took me to a lot of places, and back in June 2020, I got my Distinguished Toastmaster Award. So today I'm going to be talking about my journey in Toastmasters. I won't be getting too theoretical. I will be just talking about what I went through, and then I'll tell you about the theory side of it, about what and all we had done. All right. So let's start off with the presentation. It's a good timing. So timer, please. Who is the timer exactly? Is it Wasim?
Yes.
Just to be aware. Okay, it's Wasim, right? All right. So back in March 2017, I had joined Toastmasters, and it was in 2017 July that I took the role of a club officer. Now, if you see the journey of a Toastmaster, you can see a club officer, you can see being in the district, being a mentor and a sponsor, followed by a DTM project, right? So this is going to be the agenda of today. I'm going to be taking you through the various processes of what I had gone through in my journey. First, the role that I took was a club officer's role. It was the VP membership role that I had taken. And being a VP membership, first of all, a guy like me who is into IT, I don't mingle much with people. So the VP membership role was a little challenging and exciting for me because I got to talk and speak with various people from various nationalities and people from everywhere, people from various backgrounds. So interacting with them, I was also able to polish my communication skills. After the VP membership role, it was the president role that I had taken soon after that. And that was in the year 2018. So if you can see what I did in my club leadership, for my DTM journey, all I need was one role, either the president role or a VP membership role. But for my next path, that means in order for me to be a district officer, I need to be either a president or a VP education. So this president role was important for me to proceed to that next level, not just the VP membership role. So I needed to serve 1 year as a club officer in order for it to be counted towards my DTM journey. And here it was a lot exciting. being a club officer, being working with your team, because for me, I had experience working with a team, but managing a team and getting things done was pretty exciting, especially when there are people from different backgrounds and there is some communication gap. There'll always be some conflict or the other. So for me, resolving those conflicts, understanding my team members, having a vision for the club, and getting those milestones was a huge task for me, as well as an exciting journey for me. So my role as a president has been very exciting, and it taught me a lot in the leadership journey. During the same time, I was also working on my first path, that was the persuasive influence path. I know many of you will be having a lot of, I heard dynamic leadership and engaging humor also, I heard. So start with your education. Your education goes hand in hand with your leadership journey as well. During this time, as a club officer, I also helped prepare a club success plan for the club, and I also attended the club officers training. So if you are a club officer, make sure that you also do your club success plan for the club. So that concludes the club officer segment. What is the next thing that I have to do? The next milestone for me, the next challenging role for me is to serve in the district. And I thought being a president was tough, but yeah, it was. I mean, it is not challenging, because all you have to do in a district leadership role is to empower your club leaders, so that because you have experience being in a club officer, you will know what you have to do to guide your presidents and your VPs. So that is what I had done. I had served as an area director. I was serving as an area 30 director last year. It was 2019. And here I got to learn how to do things without fully being involved. I was looking at things from a district perspective, from the perspective of Toastmasters International. I was not too involved into the club matters and whatever they do. Clubs will always have challenges, and it is up to us as district leaders to guide them in the right direction. So this was pretty challenging, because for me, I'm a person who likes being with the members. But for me to look at it from another perspective of only mingling with the leaders was a little challenging. But by the end of it, I learned a lot of skills. I learned how to be project driven, and also a lot of there. I mean, I have to say, in all these roles, conflict resolution was one thing that I was pretty bad at, but I got a hang of it, and I'm proud to say that I was able to manage a lot of conflicts, and I believe I had 4 resignations during this term as area director. So it was very hard for me to convince the leaders that it is a non-profit organization, and to tell them that you are going in the right direction and help guide the leaders. So if you're looking at a district officer position, you are definitely going to get a lot of experience. And during this same time, I also activated my second path, and that was engaging humor. Humor was one thing that I was not so good at. It is not my strong suit. So this path really helped me understand a lot about humor, and I'm looking forward to compete this year also based on whatever skills I had gained. Now, here is an important step that you need to take care whenever you are in your second path. Once you complete your level 3, send a mail to Toastmasters, to education program at toastmasters.org, and tell them that you need to activate your DTM project. Your DTM project will not be available. It is like a secret level, you know, and you will only be able to access it once you email to Toastmasters International, just like what I did over here. Yes. And once Toastmasters International verifies all your details, then you will get access to it, as you can see over here. Now, being a district officer is a challenging experience, but there are other alternatives to the district officer role, and that is to be a club coach. This is available only for this year. It comes to an end by June 30th. So I suggest if you're going for the club coach option, it is better to do it now. Here you will have to get in touch with your area director or some representative from the district so that they can identify which are the clubs that need coaches. So as a coach, you will be coaching the entire club that needs help to bring it to a good standing health before June 30th. And that time, if you are able to do that, you will get this club coach credit. So as you can see, either serve as a district officer or you can be a club coach as well. And this is only valid till June 30th. Next year onwards, the club coach option is not there. It's only the district leadership position. And I have to tell you, it has been a rewarding experience. So if anyone is planning to president and VP education, I believe you guys are qualified for the district leadership position next year if you're planning to do that. Right?
True.
Now what did we finished the club officer role and the district officer role. The next thing in a Toastmasters journey is to be a mentor, a club mentor, or a club sponsor. Now, club mentor is similar to what I just told you as a club coach. Club coach, you are taking an existing club and making it healthy. For a club mentor position, it is for an entire new club. Now, I'm going to be telling you about the club mentor position. Before that, I'll tell you what is a club sponsor position. Now, in my journey in Toastmasters, being a VP membership, being a president, being a district officer, I made a lot of connections. I got to know a lot of people. So with these connections that you have, if you are a part of any organization, the club sponsor is similar to what can I say? To the salesperson in your organization, like a person who brings in the leads to the company, right? Similarly, in Toastmasters, a club sponsor is a person who will get leads for a place where you can establish a club. It can be in your corporate, it can be in your association, wherever it may be, wherever you can get a lot of members, then you will be getting the club sponsor credit. For me, for being a club sponsor, I joined with my mentor, who is Rajesh, who you can see over here. And with the connections that we had, we formed a new club known as Dreamweavers Toastmasters Club. And we were also serving as a club mentor. Now, coming to the club mentor, for any new club, there needs to be a club mentor. There will be 2 club mentors. And for me, I was serving as a club sponsor and the club mentor for the club. Club sponsor, you have to serve for maybe 2 years until the club is being chartered. For club mentor, you have to serve for at least 6 months. Now, again, this was a rewarding experience, and to form a new club was something that I could never think of back in 2017 when I was joining. But this happens towards in the journey. And for me, forming a new club was by far one of the most challenging experiences that I had, because I'm not a salesperson, just to let you know. For me to get connections is not so easy. But with Toastmasters, I was able to get that experience. I had been to a lot of corporates. I talked to a lot of people. I talked to a lot of associations to see if there is an opportunity for having a Toastmasters club over there. This experience was very new to me, and it was quite refreshing. For me, it was going outside my comfort zone. So don't be overwhelmed about this. This comes in the process. So that is the role of a club sponsor and a club mentor. The alternatives for this is again there. If you cannot serve as a club sponsor, as a club mentor, you can again be a club coach. And if you cannot be a club sponsor, you can always be a speechcraft coordinator or a YLP coordinator. What is a speechcraft coordinator? This is like a crash course of Toastmasters program, which you can cover in, say, 6 weeks. So in this program, you will be going through almost 10 projects of Toastmasters International. And this is really helpful in corporates where they can get a glimpse of what Toastmasters program is. Similar to Speechcraft is a YLP program, but that is for kids. Speechcraft is for adults, YLP is for kids. So being a coordinator for this, for that entire month or maybe 6 weeks, is a very challenging experience, but again, you will gain a lot of experience. So this is the alternative for being a club sponsor. So as you can see, this is the other credit for being a mentor or a sponsor.
Yeah.
Once that is done, then once your DTM
Yeah,
project is
sometimes, like
activated,
once.
if any doubts, you can let me know.
Is heavy flowing.
So once all that is done, you can also start on your DTM project. Like I said, if you complete your second path, project 3, you can start your DTM project where you demonstrate your skills as a leader or a public speaker that benefits an organization. And I had a good time with my DTM project. And once that is complete, you can fill in all the information for being a DTM and submit that to Toastmasters International to get your DTM credited. So just to rephrase again, 1 year as a club officer, 1 year as a district leader, be a club mentor for 6 months, be a club sponsor, or do a YLP program or a speechcraft program. All right. So these are the details of being a distinguished Toastmaster in Pathways. Wow, I have already breached time. So I'll just tell you this. I'll just leave on this note. DTM is the highest award in Toastmasters International that we will get. But for me, the true reward has been implementing the skills that I learned in Toastmasters in my work life. Because when we utilize these skills in our workplace to get things done, that is the true reward. So I hope this presentation has been helpful for you. If you have any doubts whatsoever, you can get back to me. That being said, back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, DTM Allen. It was very informative. Hope our club will be in the same race to become a DTM and select the pathway as well. Thank you so much. Now we'll move on. Special workshop has been done. Now